Hey everybody, Madeline Parker here to talk about Mars stationing direct, which is happening on February 23rd at 6 p.m. And it went into retrograde December 6th, 2024. So when Mars went into retrograde, somewhere in our life, wherever Cancer is in our birth chart, we would have had to go back and take some action and focus, disciplinary, um, 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 doings, as it were. For instance, if Mars was transiting retrograde in your first house, you would have had to go back and work on your body. There might have been a body crisis, an accident, or surgery. So health and there would have been a real slowdown. Life would have been blocked, slowed down, so you can work on your body, your health, physical therapy, something like that. If Mars was transiting your 10th house and went into retrograde, you would have had to focus on something on a career level, fixing, going back, and there would have always, whatever Mars is working on is a source of emotional, shall we say, emotional there would have been an emotional source behind whatever happens. For instance, a career thing, a vulnerable upset, it would have been upsetting, but you have to go back and deal with it. It's possible that Mars retrograde makes us deal with things that we didn't emotionally we're not dealing with on some level because it's healing us the emotional issue behind the the area that Mars in retrograde wants us to focus on, like your health. And there would have been an emotional issue behind the health problem. So there's a dual healing going on, right? Healing of the emotional, and then the action has to go into the energies that have to fix whatever the emotional um, debt created in that house. So I'm going to pull the chart for the minute that Jupiter, that Mars stations direct, and it's going to be opposite. There we go. Let's just do this. So there's a minute before it stations direct. There's a minute after. I like to pull the chart the minute that the planet takes the transit because you can really see the general theme of what it's going to is what's going to be happening with that energy until it meets that Leo point of 6 degrees where it went when it was into retrograde. So we had to go back over something in our life and really focus and put some focused energy into it. So, as soon as it stations direct, it's going to be opposing the moon in the sign of Capricorn, which is debilitation. Cancer, this Mars is in debilitation, but Cancer is in exaltation in Capricorn, and the moon is at home and domicile in the sign of Cancer. So, this is a very interesting energy for the Mars and the moon to be in. That's feminine and masculine. So there's some sort of partnership agreement between these two energies, the feminine and masculine, where where they have a mutual respect of what the other needs. And so Mars makes a lot of traction in Capricorn, and the moon is healed. It loves to be in the emotional energy of Cancer. So we've got some sort of relationship here between these two energies where there's some sort of healed. Now, because of healing, we're able to really see traction and go forward. And there might be some sort of an opposition that shows up at that time in our lives. Again, some sort of a conflict or opposition showing up that inspires more thrust energy towards that. For instance, if Mars was in your first house when it stations direct with the moon there, there might be in detriment. Mars might feel you might feel really motivated to do some extra work around that. You're seeing really fast results, so we're getting good traction. So the moon may trigger you on some sort of level to put in some extra work to be motivated to take more drive forward in this area. So it's almost like a double energy behind Mars. But again, there could be an emotional conflict or conflicts with people. But I'm going to say because Mars is trining Mercury, that communication heals this scuffle. So whatever shows up at this minute that Mars stations direct, actually, because it really indicates what's going to happen for the whole time until Mars reaches that 6 degree in Leo. So what we're going to be seeing is some sort of healing between the opposition between feminine and masculine, vulnerability, masculine vulnerability, and feminine. This is the energy of in Capricorn. It's like a just sort of hard work and not much emotional part of it. So there's some sort of emotional interchange here between these two forces that is healed through communication or opening up our minds or seeing things differently, shifting our perceptions. So what else is happening now? Mars rules. um, Aries and Scorpio. But Mars, we have Venus, so Mars is squaring. That's kind of a wide square. Mars is squaring Chiron still, though, and that is a long transit. So again, Mars is becoming, shall we say, um, I would say that with a square to Chiron, there's some deep healing going on still in this. It's almost as though when Mars stations direct, it's going to become the effort that was created, or the effort or work that happened when Mars was in retrograde, shows. The healing shows. The strength that was the work that was done starts to show its impact or its results. So that is happening in on a couple of days. So you won't see fast movement going forward. Things are definitely going to feel like they're moving forward better. But we're not going to see a lot of that results until further down. But because Mars is station is not moving yet. In other words, it's stopping its retrograde. It holds in its one position. It's going to be at 17 degrees Cancer for like 2.5 weeks. Then it starts to move forward. So we're probably not going to we'll see some movement forward and things feeling as though they're gradually getting better and things are moving forward. And we're going to start seeing the results of our efforts when Mars was in retrograde. But I think until we actually get past this degree, like 18 degrees, 19 degrees, we're really on full momentum again of Mars. All right. I hope that was helpful for you. Namaste and talk to you soon.